Hey guys, it's Vernie here. Another Tuesday, another Vault video. This is we're within Season 1, Week 19. Hopefully, we are getting to the end of the season soon, but as of yet, we still have some more to go. As you can tell by my saved instances screenshot, we did not do all 13 characters last week. We were kind of bored, to be honest. We were playing some other games, some Elden Ring, some League, even a little bit of Apex, which I'm not overly fond of, but we tried it. So, we've got, I think, 9 characters this week. We'll go ahead and just plow through them real quick. Also managed to do a little bit of PTR testing for the raid. On Sunday, I believe, we went to Mugsy. Pretty interesting raid. I mean, it's goblin stuff, so it's very creative. Blizzard, I think, has done a good job with design and kind of going outside the box. Some of the bosses are pretty crazy. Mugsy in particular is, I don't know, that boss seems horrendous. I am not looking forward to it on Mythic, but I think overall the raid will be pretty interesting. Haven't seen any of Galliwix either, so I don't know how that'll be. But the mount is kind of insane, so we're hoping for a good tier. Alright, Paladin. I think we just did a full Mythic clear, so we'll just have Mythic stuff in the vault. I'm going to open as Ret, because I don't really need anything in particular. I don't have any idea what we'll take, if anything. 2 neck pieces and a cape. We took this cape last week for Transmog. We're obviously not taking it again. Is there ever a world where we take the neck? Crit haste is pretty good, but we have the Sickran neck. I'm gonna say no. I don't think there's a point in taking anything, so we'll buy tokens. This gives us 12 tokens. I mean, we'll probably just end up using it on gold because we don't really have anything else. I mean, what else is there to do? This character is very geared. All right, Evoker's next. 1 dungeon run. So if these have a dungeon slot, it's only going to be 1. And I think the ones that have raid slots, it's going to be 2 raid slots. I think we did 3, 4 bosses in Mythic on our healing alts. So the Evoker, like, what do we still even need? Like, we did a Key's Devastation, so we're actually in Devastation spec right now. Chest, belt, kind of it. Oh, helm. Helm, chest, belt. That's really it. And I guess we could take a socket if we needed. The Nautilus, I mean... We have, like, really good trinkets. We have Myth Sack Brood, we have Hero Spymaster's Web, and Changeling with Leech. There's, like, never a time where we take that, right? We'll just take this, and maybe we'll get something that we can put a socket on next week. I don't know. This character's kind of coming to the end of its life cycle as well, 634. We could upgrade 1 or 2 pieces with crafting, but I'm not too fussed about it. We're just trying to get all the healers above 630 so we can go into next tier in a healthy spot depending on raid tuning. Right now, we're slotted in for Holy Paladin, Mistweaver, and maybe Evoker. But, you know, depending on healer tuning, that could be altered week 1. We don't know. So I'm just trying to do my due diligence and keeping all of my alts moderately geared. See, my Monk is 637. We did 4 bosses in raid. Sickran neck I think would be the biggest pickup. Ration on cape would be decent. Barring that, legs. And I don't really think there's a trinket. I guess we could take the Coagulum in theory. We'll leave it on Mistweaver. I don't really know. We don't really want the Coagulum, but maybe there's a thought process there. Okay. Gloves we don't need. Belt we don't need. This is an upgrade. It's got better stats. Or do we take a socket? Oh, we take a socket, I think. I don't really care about the stats on this. Like, it's very minor. And we'd lose a socket on our current 639 belt, so we'll just take this. We'll buy a socket. Put it on our 639 helm. So we're actually done with sockets on this character. Very cool. 637. I mean, not a whole lot for us to get, you know. Alright, down the list. Shaman, I did a sale raid for Heroic, so we will have 3 Heroic raid slots. I don't think I need anything. Maybe the Rashinon Cape, I think, would be the only upgrade. And then we did do 110, so there is a chance for a myth dungeon piece that would be an upgrade. 630. Next to the key is Ellie, which is pretty fun. I've never played it before, so kind of interesting. We'll go ahead and open as Ellie. Trinket, legs, cape, I guess? Okay, this is not stuff I really wanted to see. Hero Shield, crit haste. Honestly, pretty good stats. Better than the one we're using, but we're probably just going to craft a shield just because we have nothing else to use our crests on. Crit haste boots, also good, but we have myth boots in the bag. Another shield versus mastery. Again, pretty mid stats. Actually, the exact same shield we're using pretty much. Or myth bracers with a socket, but that's where one of our embellishments is. Do we ever recraft? Haste verse. I mean, verse haste is okay. How many? We do have enough crests to craft something, but I kind of wanted to craft a shield. And really, we could only craft, like, legs or cape, which would then lock us out of the ration on cape, but I guess that's not the biggest deal. Or we take a socket, which we do need the socket. Debating. Nah, I'm not going to recraft. This character is, like, so minor. I think we just take the socket. If I was planning on maining this character, I think there would be some thought there, but we're not, right? So this character is, like, probably our least likely to go into raid. I don't think we'll play Resto Shaman. So we'll go ahead and just take the socket. I don't know why I'm overthinking it. Now we can just continue to get our single vaults every week on that character, and then maybe we'll pick up a piece or two, but, you know, 630, it's completely fine. I'm not going to spend 10k gold reshuffling stuff just to potentially have to do it next week. It's pretty good as it is. Alright, Priest, we did 4 mythic bosses. 635, again, this character also coming to the end. Really, what could we even use? Ration on Cape would be the biggest thing. Myth legs and a coagulum. Kind of it. I guess a myth ring we would potentially take for, like, disc and dungeons, but not for holy. That's really it. 2 raid slots. Let's see it. I mean, that's a myth cape with good stats, but it's not the ration on cape. And shoulders we already have. We can't get a socket. We actually don't need a socket. We have, like, no Valor Stone, so, like, I feel like getting 2 capes to upgrade is kind of annoying, even though they're only 50 per. I mean, we're just gonna take the tokens. You know, it's no reason in overthinking it. Alright, last healer, then we can blast through the couple alts that had something. Druid also did 4 raid bosses. I think we were forced to boomkin, unfortunately, which is not amazing, and I was like eating while I was playing, so I wasn't really playing very well, but you know, we did the raid. So we did 4 bosses. Very easy to get 4 bosses done and get 2 slots. Biggest pieces, probably the Sick Grand Neck. We have a 2-hander sitting in our bag, so we don't really care about that. If there were good bracers, we would take them. It's kind of just the Sick Grand Neck. I guess chest. If there's a leather chest, we could potentially use. But 632, we're coming to the end. We'll open his balance. A ration on cape with avoidance? Dude, come on! Why couldn't we have got that on our other character? And myth shoulders. Or we take a socket. We do need a socket, but man, these are 619s. We surely don't socket 619s. Dude, the cape with avoidance is kind of tempting. Man, why couldn't I have gotten this on my shaman? Or by priest. Ah, fuck. Okay. I mean, we're just gonna take the socket. No sense in taking a duplicate piece. And we'll save that for when we eventually get bracers. Maybe we'll craft bracers and just deal with that. Okay. Time to blast through. I think we have, what, 1, 2, 3 characters that aren't healers? It did some content. I think it's our Warlock, our Warrior, and our DK. We did nothing on the Mage, nothing on the Rogue, nothing on the Hunter, nothing on the Demon Hunter. Because we frankly just didn't feel like playing. I think the Warrior, all of these characters only have 110, so we just, high roll it and pray. What does this character even need? Chest, I guess. Chest, belt, cape. Basically it. Or a ring, a really good statted ring. That's a helm. Good stats with a socket, but we already have that. I guess we'll just take the socket. And do we even have anything that needs a socket? That's another good question. Bracers. Oh, look at that. We have myth bracers that could use a socket. Cool. Alright, 2 characters left. And in the meantime, when I'm not playing other games, I've been doing a lot of grinding for Janny. We did get Mechagon done, and we've got a little bit of our, Black Empire invasions. We have some island expeditions left, and then we have 2 weeks of Nagitar dailies, and that's kind of it. So we're actually closing in on Janny. We might even have it before the next raid tier, which would be awesome. Just to say we're done with it, Alright, DK, 110. Trinket would be nice. Trinket, chest, shoulders. We'll open as Unholy just for DPS stuff. Oh, that's a weapon. Haste Verse, which is good, but we already have a crafted weapon. Do we even have Valor Stones? No. I don't want to grind like 1,500 Valor Stones, man. Do we have any tokens? No. I mean, we're just going to take the tokens. I'm not. There's no way I'm grinding 50, it's either 1,000 or 1,500 Valor Stones on a character that I'm just not going to play. That's absurd. Valor Stones are awful, by the way. Please change Valor Stones. Either give way, way more to where it's irrelevant, or if you're making it irrelevant, just remove it. Having a secondary currency outside of crests is stupid. My characters either have, 1,500 plus, or they have 0. There is no in between, really. And every time you need to upgrade something, you're just completely depleted. It's miserable. All right, Warlock, 619. This is by far my lowest character. 110. Chest, shoulders would be the biggest pieces. We'd also take another trinket. It's only going to be 1 slot. We pray. Legs, I mean, those are an upgrade. 619 to 623. Also gives us a transmog. It's not very exciting, but, you only do one thing. What can you ask for? 619 and a half, almost there. We do have a bunch of crests to spend, so maybe we'll finally push up. I've been kind of neglecting upgrades just because I don't want to upgrade veteran gear and waste all my Valor Stones on that, so we haven't been doing it. But who knows? Maybe I'll get bored enough to do it. Anyway, that's going to be it from us. Feel free to come check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Veronix. We'll be streaming a couple times this week. We have Raid tonight, probably a 1-night reclear, and then tomorrow I would assume we have a Mythic Alt Run. But we'll be streaming throughout the week, so feel free to come check us out. And hope you guys had good vaults, and we'll see you next time. Peace.